Now the next or question, that is convert the following chemical reactions into chemical equation. Earlier question and this question is little bit same. In earlier question we had a word equation and we converted into chemical equation. Now we have a reaction in the form of sentence and we have to convert it into a chemical reaction, chemical equation, and we have to balance it. So the first one, ammonia forms when nitrogen gas reacts with hydrogen gas. So by reading this sentence, first find out which are your reactant and which all are your product. So here you can see ammonia forms, means ammonia is your product. Nitrogen and hydrogen reacts, means these are your reactant. So you should know the symbols of this. Take those symbols and then you can prepare your reaction. So here hydrogen symbol is H2, nitrogen symbol is N2, and ammonia, the symbol is NH3, formula is NH3. So I took here N2, I took here H2, and then this is our NH3. So this is the reaction where nitrogen combines with hydrogen, reacts with hydrogen to give ammonia. Now we have to balance this. So as I told earlier, write down. So I took here atoms, then this side is LHS, this is here RHS. Write down the atoms. We have nitrogen and hydrogen, only two. Nitrogen on the left hand side it's 2, but on right hand side it is 1. Hydrogen on left hand side it is 2, on right hand side it is 3. So both are not balanced, so we have to balance it. So if you see nitrogen, LHS side it is 2, RHS side it is 1, so you can make it 2 by multiplying with 2. So I'll multiply with 2, so it will become 2. Substitute this 2 into your reaction. So nitrogen on RHS side we are going to write it 2. So I wrote here 2. When I wrote here 2, hydrogen also changes. So hydrogen earlier it was 3. Now by writing 2, 3 2s are 6. So on RHS side hydrogen became 6. So write out this. So I'll remove that 3 and then I'll write it here 6. Now if you focus, hydrogen RHS side it is 6, on LHS side it is 2. How to make it 6 now? Multiply with 3. So 2 3s are 6. So now write this 6 on LHS side. So hydrogen, and here we have to write it 6. So 6H2. Now you can see nitrogen LHS side, RHS side 2 2. Hydrogen LHS side, RHS side it is 6 6. Now the reaction is balanced. So balanced reaction, I will write it here. So how to write it? It was N2 gaseous state plus 6H2 gaseous state, and it gives 2NH3 and this is again a gaseous state. So this is our balanced chemical equation for the first question. Now we'll move with the second one. The second one is sodium oxide reacts with water to form sodium hydroxide. So sodium oxide reacts with water, means these two are our reactant and sodium hydroxide is our product. So write down the symbols of this, formula of this. Sodium oxide is nothing but Na2O, water is H2O, and sodium hydroxide is NaOH. Now we have to balance it. So write down here atoms. This method is very easy to balance any chemical reaction. Then I'll write it here RHS. So write down the atoms. We have sodium, we have oxygen, and we have hydrogen. So LHS side sodium are 2, RHS side it is 1, oxygen LHS side 1 from Na2O and 1 from water, so it is 2. On RHS side it is 1. Hydrogen on LHS side it is 2 from water and 1 from NaOH. So if you see, all three atoms are not balanced. So we have to balance it. First we will start with sodium. On LHS it is 2. So on RHS side we will multiply by 2 and we will make it 2. And we will write these 2 in our equation. So I wrote it here 2. Because of writing these 2, oxygen on RHS side and even hydrogen on RHS side changed. So we will make those changes in our box. So I'll write it here, oxygen 2, hydrogen 2. Now if you see your table, sodium on LHS, RHS, both the side it is 2, 2. Even oxygen it is 2, 2 and hydrogen also it is 2, 2. So here our reaction is balanced. So we will write the balanced chemical equation. It is Na2O solid plus H2O liquid, and it gives 2NaOH, and this is again aqueous. So this is our balanced chemical equation. Now we'll move with the third one. So the third one is, by reacting with water, potassium metal provides potassium hydroxide and hydrogen gas. So you have to read it very carefully. By reacting with water, potassium metal means potassium metal is going to react with the water. So these two are our reactant, and it produce means our product potassium hydroxide and hydrogen gas. So write down their symbols. Potassium it is K, water H2O, potassium hydroxide is KOH, and hydrogen gas it is H2. So now balance the reaction. So I'll write it. So it is atom, then LHS, and then here it is RHS. So the atoms are, we have potassium, we have hydrogen and oxygen. LHS side potassium is 1, RHS side also it is 1. Hydrogen on LHS side it is 2, RHS side it is total 2 plus 1, 3. Oxygen it is 1, and this side oxygen is 1. Now to balance potassium, we have 1, 1, no need to balance. Hydrogen we have to balance, because hydrogen on RHS side it is 3 and on LHS side it is 2. So if you multiply, if you want to make it same, then if I multiply this side with 3, it will become 6. Then on RHS side if you multiply with 2, it will become 6. So like this if you do, it will be balanced. So there will be some reactions where on both the side we have to multiply. So we have to see it very carefully. So this is also now balanced. Now write this number, that is 3 and 2 on both LHS and RHS side. So on LHS side we have multiplied by 3. So I'll write it here 3 in front of H2O. And on RHS side I have multiplied with 2. So here we have to write this 2. So by this method we are not able to balance this reaction. We will make little bit of changes in this. So here what we'll do, we are not able to balance by that method. So we will divide this and we'll write one side KOH and one side we'll write H2. We will balance it separately. Hydrogen H2 we have 2, so write 2 as it is. On KOH side we have hydrogen 1. So what we will do, 1 we will multiply by 2, so it will become 2. So total 2 plus 2 will be 4 hydrogen on this side, and to make it 4, here we will multiply with 2, and this also we will make it 4. So hydrogen on left hand side we have multiplied with 2, therefore we will replace this 3 with 2. So we will write it here 2. So 2H2O. Now, because of writing here 2H2O, 2 2s are 4 hydrogen, and this side I wrote 2, so I will write it this also 2. So because of writing this 2, here potassium also got changed, so potassium became 2, so that's why I will write it 2. Now to balance potassium on LHS side also I will multiply with 2, so it will become 2. So write this 2 on the LHS side, so this side of 2. So now if you observe, oxygen also has got changed, that is LHS side it became 2. So this is also 2. Even on RHS side it became 2, so here also it is 2. So this is a trial error method for balancing this third reaction. I hope you understood. It is easy, just you have to practice. If you practice some of the reactions, then you will feel easy to balance the reactions. So the balanced reaction, I can write it here. So the reaction is 2K solid plus 2H2O liquid, which gives H2KOH, that is aqueous, plus H2 gas. So this is our balanced chemical equation. So this is the answer for this OR question. I hope you understood. Practice some of the reactions, you will feel easy to balance all the chemical equations. Now we'll go with the next question.